your RGB drinks and strap in because this week, the PC world just hit the NOS button. Intel is setting its sights on NVIDIA this Christmas with the biggest Battlemage you've ever seen. We've got RTX 50 super rumors, cloud gaming upgrades, and somebody shoved 128 gigs of VRAM into a 5090. There's no way that could be true, right? We're going up, we're gonna be golden. It's time for Meta PCs news. Let's go read the news. Gigabyte not holding back. They've got a 5090 AI external GPU. But guess what? It's not really for gamers.
Oh man, this is gaming news.
But could it be?
It could be, yeah. Maybe
Let's find out. Gigabyte has released the Aorus RTX 5090 AI box external GPU. This is built for AI tasks, maybe some portable gaming. It's got Thunderbolt 5 and USB 4 ports. And guess what? We don't know how much it's gonna cost.
Of course we don't.
Which will now be referred to as the AI box. This is targeting creativity with over 3,000 AI TOPS. This is for use on like your laptops, portable PCs, and fun fact, with these external GPUs, you can use this on a handheld. For PC gamers, overkill. Totally overkill.
Easily.
It's worth highlighting that this eGPU is in fact built for empowering AI-intensive scenarios. It's got a liquid cooling setup inside this tiny chassis. Might make you take a second look, because when you look at this, I mean, look at this beautiful thing.
Yeah.
This looks like a little ITX desktop. Almost.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a desktop build, but that's just the GPU.
That's literally just the GPU in there. No price announced just yet, but this is definitely going to cost more than a 5090 desktop counterpart GPU. And probably more pricey than other like pre-built PCs, like if you were to buy a PC altogether.
All in.
We'll let you know more about that. Make sure that you're subscribed when we do find out.
Zach, is 16 gigs of RAM dead for gaming?
This is a big debate, and I'm curious what you guys think. Personally, 32 or bust for me. The Steam survey shows data where we can look at users and say, what are you using in your system? We can figure out what the common ground is. The latest survey says, and this is from August, by the way, it says 32 gigs of RAM on your system is set to become the most popular config among Steam gamers in just a few months. So you're seeing it kind of trend in an upward direction. In fact, the crossover could happen before the end of this year. There's been a lot of fury and sound with regard to graphics cards being stunted by little bitty amounts of VRAM, 8 gigabyte cards. Most modern computers, especially desktops and bulkier gaming laptops, also allow users to boost system RAM. So this is like maybe potentially a more common upgrade.
Oh,
you
for
can
sure.
just easily add some more RAM to your system. Let's take a look at the breakdown. We've got a month by month here, going back to March all the way through August's most recent data. And as you can see, that 32 gig number just keeps climbing. Obviously still dominated by the 16 gigabyte of RAM. August data shows 41.67% of Steam survey data participants having 16 gigs, but it keeps inching up. Let's take a look at the graph here. I mean, this is just a visualization that shows you how much more popular 32 gigs of RAM is becoming in systems across Steam survey data users. The big question that I have for people is like, number one, how much system do you have in your PC at home?
I've got 32. Comment below. Let us know.
Let us know.
Just no context. Just write 16, 32, 8, whatever it is.
I went with 64 at home because I don't want to replace that rig for a while. I want to be able to have it for a long time and use it. And it comes down to budget and what you're using your PC for as well. If you're just gaming, I feel like you can get away with a little bit less on the RAM side. But if you're doing like Photoshop, some rendering stuff, you may want to consider bumping up the RAM.
Or using Chrome.
Chrome.
At all.
Chrome's a big one. The 6 biggest announcements of Gamescom, and guess what? Asus ROG Ally. A lot of people stoked on this. Well, guess what? Now you have a release date, and it ties in with the new Lego Batman game. Perfect for a handheld.
Oh yeah.
Perfect for a handheld. Gamescom 2025, a bunch of announcements came out from it. You had the latest Call of Duty Black Ops 7 trailer, and a new Lego game that all you fans are going to love. And check this out. You've got a release date on the new ROG Xbox Ally handheld, which is just a clean looking device, looks great.
It does look nice.
And guess what? That thing is coming up, man, like almost a month away.
Yeah.
October 16th. The ROG Xbox Ally X is powered by that Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme, 24 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and a terabyte of storage. It's making my Steam Deck at home get a little envious. This is insane.
It's got RAM envy.
It's like, oh, I want that. A beautiful 7-inch IPS display, 120 hertz refresh rate, a customized version of Windows 11, which I would imagine it would kind of streamline some of the background processes to make it a little bit more optimal for a handheld device, strip away some of the stuff you're not going to use.
Kind of like the game mode in Windows 11 now, but even beefed up more.
Even beefed up more.
So it looks like we don't see prices yet. But you know what I'm more excited about? Lego Batman.
Lego Batman!
God,
my gosh!
Look at the J.J. Abrams lens flares.
Well, dude, this is great too because this is TT Games. They did the Lego Star Wars saga and Lego Lord of the Rings and all that good stuff. So that is going to be super, super sick. Very excited for that. Hey, that was a pretty neat article. You know what? Random question for you. Have you ever Googled yourself and thought, why the hell does this site know where I live, who I'm related to, and how many speeding tickets I've had? Yeah, welcome to the world of data brokers. These companies that you've never heard of are quietly collecting everything about you. I'm talking your email, phone number, home address, and even stuff like your political views or income, and selling it to anybody with a credit card. That includes scammers, telemarketers, shady marketers, and yes, possibly that psycho ex of yours. I looked myself up once and found my old house, my wife's info, and even our kids' names tied to my record. And trying to get that removed manually, it's hundreds of hours. It's a nightmare. That's where Incogni comes in. They go full John Wick on these data brokers, automatically contacting them on your behalf, demanding they delete your info, and keeping it deleted. You don't have to lift a finger. Here's how it works. It is dead easy. Step 1, you make an account. Step 2, give them permission to act on your behalf. And step 3, sit back and let them tear through the broker list like it's a hit list. You can even add up to 4 family or friends to your plan, which is huge if you've got kids or parents that you want to keep protected. And yes, it's risk-free for 30 days. You can cancel at any time, no excuses. Use our code METAPCs at the link below to get 60% off your annual plan. That's less than the price of a Netflix subscription to make sure that your private life stays private. Cloud gaming reaching some new heights. GeForce Now's Blackwell RTX upgrade begins next week. I would imagine it happened like this. NVIDIA said, let's make sure we get the consumer cards out to the consumers. Now there's some more availability. Now let's use some cards to upgrade GeForce Now. That's exactly what is happening here. Blackwell coming to the cloud, it's already there.
Yep.
It arrived on Wednesday, September 10th, which is huge. So make sure you check that out. What that means is now you have Blackwell RTX 5080 powered streaming on GeForce Now. So that's highest resolutions, frame rates, all that good stuff on the cloud. You can play games with all that great fidelity and tap into 2,200 new install to play titles. Crazy, 360 frames per second, 240 FPS, low latency, just a lot of great stuff coming with this. And Battlefield 6 launching in the cloud in October as well. That'll be a lot of fun.
You can install the games that you own directly to the cloud. So even if they're not already cloud supported, if it's in your library, you can install it on the virtual machine.
Oh, cool. So we have Battlefield 6 coming out there, World of Tanks, all that good stuff. That's a lot of fun. Check it out.
Zach, where's the cloud?
Yep.
It's up there? Really sorry, guys, to interrupt the show here.
Sure, you are.
Over 50% of people watching this aren't subscribed.
Are you kidding me? You're watching this and you're not subscribed to the channel? Was it something I said?
Was it something we said or did?
Just hit the subscribe button. You probably just forgot. It's fine. We'll let it go. Oh, he did it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's talk about Windows 11.
Oh, people love Windows 11.
Oh, yeah, they do, especially whenever it updates.
This is a new click-to-do interactive tutorial for Copilot Plus PCs, a recall app, a new homepage for that as well. Windows Search getting a grid view for photo results, Windows Hello, big design overhaul across the OS, and the Settings app also has a bunch of new features as well. So redesigned homepage for the recall app that you can see there. Ooh, beautiful. Looks like something Apple may have designed.
Yeah, it kind of really does.
That's kind of fun.
This right here, this is good.
This is the meat, guys. Pay attention to this. Task Manager has better CPU metrics, so you can show more consistent processor usage using industry standard metrics. So some more details on the CPU utility option within there that you can select as well, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it seems like basically this update kind of revolves around like, let's Macify the Windows a little bit more.
And inject AI.
And inject some AI.
Yeah. AMD outlines its AI roadmap, prioritizing local performance and a PC-first approach over cloud-based promises. So we just talked about a lot of cloud-based stuff with NVIDIA, AMD going the opposite direction, saying, let's talk a little bit more about what's running on your local system.
We'd love to hear this.
AMD at IFA 2025 said, listen, we're not going to unveil any new silicon. What we're going to do, though, is we are going to talk about AI, GPUs and NPUs. The message aligns with AMD's broader strategy of decentralizing workloads and prioritizing performance per watt. AMD stressed that NPUs aren't about replacing CPUs and GPUs, but about building systems that can run AI apps securely and efficiently without cloud dependence. Taking definitely a different approach, saying, hey, let's focus on local, make sure that we're able to build a great local system to run AI, and AMD is focusing on delivering scalable designs.
We need more companies like this saying, like, let's not end up with downloadable VRAM.
Yes, yeah, we are so close to downloading RAM right now. We've had rumors of the 5080 Super, the 5070 Ti Super, and 5070 Super GPUs. We've seen them all over the place. It's all but promised that they're coming. The big question is when. So let's dig into that. VRAM is the big focus on these new super cards, and they might be arriving closer and sooner than we think in 2025. Now, this is a rumor. We hear both ways here. We're like,
oh yeah,
wait, it's next year. Oh wait, it's gonna come before Christmas. Like, it's all, I am still gonna take the conservative approach of like, I think it's gonna be 2026. While DLSS4 and neural rendering do a lot of the legwork to boost those frame rates, trying to get past 120 FPS at 4K. You're gonna lean on some technology to do that. You can only go so far when you're cranking up AAA titles to those max settings, right?
Yeah.
That's where some extra VRAM would be helpful.
Oh yeah.
And thankfully, we're getting these 50 series GPUs, but when will they arrive? Well, let's dig into it. Back in July, we started to hear a bunch of stuff. TweetTown put something out saying the Super Series will launch in Q4 of 2025, but that's only a few months away. I haven't heard a whole ton like internally about that. That would mean the graphics cards would arrive before CES, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think it's gonna be CES, I really do.
I agree with you. Like, internal talk has been, they're not gonna do it without a launch. Like, CES is that big platform to say, look, here they are, order them, get the hype up. And from a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense to release them without the platform and just kind of do a soft launch of the super card. So,
unless some weird competition comes up and release a card.
Intel stepped into the scene or something, you know?
Which we'll talk about. That could be definitely what happens. We're gonna get to that later. Some juicy news there.
But I'm not allowed to show it to you.
Why?
Because it's time for an ad!
It's time for an ad. MetaPCs.com, the sponsors of today's video. We're sponsoring our own videos. That's kind of fun, isn't it? MetaPCs.com, if you're looking for a ready-to-ship PC, that means a PC that is ready to go out of the box, plug and play, ships the next business day. You can check out all these beautiful systems. We started talking about the Night Reaper on this show. Beautiful build. Check it out. Insane. It has been flying off the shelves.
Oh yeah.
If you say, you know what, I want to pick my own components for you to build for me, you can go through the configurator and do that as well at metapcs.com. And if you've already got a PC or want to build your own, don't sleep on the mouse mats. The MetaPCs mouse mats are available on Amazon right now. Just look up MetaPCs Hyper Beast, add one to your cart, and it's to your house like the next day or whatever.
Zach, I found something really cool.
What'd you find?
It's a new website.
A new website?
Yeah, it's
shop.metapcs.com.
That's the one.
Whoa, that thing looks insane. That's where we're selling all of our merch. We've got our Heyman hats, our mouse mats, even Heyman shirts. Check it out, support the channel, shop.metapcs.com. Asus says its Intel 800 series motherboards are approved to run DDR5 7200 without an XMP profile, pointing to a RAM speed boost for an Arrow Lake refresh. This is announced on the ROG Global Twitter account with some speckaroonies and also some photos of these new boards, beautiful boards as usual from Asus. If you look carefully at some of the pictures in this post, though, you're gonna see screenshots of CPU-Z, very popular free tool that's available, that shows the RAM speeds and timings of a kit in a Prime Z890P motherboard. If you zoom into the SPD tab, you'll see columns that are labeled JEDEC 14 through 17. But what does it all mean?
What is the JEDEC? And also, like, why doesn't memory run at its full speed whenever you install it without XMP and things like that?
Great question. JEDEC is a global standard. that creates open standards for the microelectronics industry. So that makes sure the components from different manufacturers are interoperable, reliable, compatible, and covers everything from DDR technology to flash memory, IC packaging.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's going to be like the base, like we know it works and everything's fine.
Yeah.
But the actual listed speed of the memory is not the JEDEC standard. That's its maximum speed.
Exactly.
And that's where XMP or Expo comes in, and their profiles that say this is how fast you should be going based off of what they sold it as.
Right.
Okay, that makes more sense. So, yeah.
So out of the box, that is huge for builders because they can take full advantage of their RAM without having to tweak anything. Upgraded NVIDIA RTX 5090 gets 128 gigabytes of VRAM and a $13,000 price tag because, of course, this doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. You want to know why?
Why?
It's fake. Okay, so this article popped up yesterday on the 8th, and it was just all over the place. 128 gigabytes of VRAM on a 5090, and then this morning video card said, no, stop, everyone stop.
There's no GeForce RTX 5090 with 128 gigabytes of memory. It does not exist. Now, there were some screenshots that leaked. GDDR7, fun thing about GDDR7 memory, only exists in 16 gigabyte and 24 gigabyte capacity. That doesn't make mathematical sense for 128 gigabytes of VRAM. And as they started to dig into it, they went, wait a second, these screenshots look like they may have been manipulated for a couple of reasons. The user claims that the card uses this prototype memory, which doesn't exist and has never been demonstrated. The screenshot of NVIDIA SMI, which is an awesome tool, by the way, you guys should check it out, was easily manipulated with photo editing tools or modified firmware.
So what should they do at home, pointing directly at you, right there? What should that person do so that they don't get duped by stuff like this?
Subscribe to this channel.
Yep. Because
how'd I do? Did I do it right?
You did it perfect. I'm proud of you.
Hit the button.
I'm dreaming of a blue Christmas.
A blue Christmas? Is Intel going to sneak in under the wire? Intel is reportedly preparing, oh my gosh, packaging for an upcoming ARC B770 GPU. From what I've understood on some of the manifests and leaks, would be a higher VRAM capacity card. This could compete more with like, what do you think, 5070 type of?
5070, 4070.
No specs, but rumors peg the G31, which would be the B770. Bigger die, 32Xe2 cores, 256-bit bus, and
At least,
and 16 gigabytes GDDR6 6X, which would kind of challenge that 5060, 5070 class GPU, even 9060, 9070 class as well, if clocks and drivers want to cooperate.
they can fix that. This could be the Christmas card.
Maybe a Christmas release, which could really throw things for a loop when it comes to GPU buyers, provided they have supply.
Especially with Supers not coming out till CES.
All right, so let's break this down. Let's start with documented facts first. Let's root ourselves in reality here. Packaging for the Intel VGA G31 C32 dimensions, those were recorded on June 11th. So we know that from the manifests, right? Also, a fact, new Battlemage PCI IDs were added to Mesa in late 2025, which kind of got people curious about upcoming SKUs. Doesn't show launch timing, but it shows that Intel's working on something. Also, fact, earlier 2025 logs showed G31 component shipments, stiffeners, all that good stuff to Intel Vietnam, which that site is tied to Intel's limited edition cards. So it would make sense that that would be coming to fruition. Assumptions, this is what's being reported, nothing's official here. G31, larger Battlemage die that would underpin a B770 consumer card. C32 appears in manifest, but is likely label noise or another internal SKU class rather than like Celestial that would be shipping now. 32Xe2 cores and the 256-bit bus, 16 gigs of GDR6. That's the guidelines and guesses that are based on the die scaling and the leaks. So that's still kind of a rumor, speculation. Q4 of 2025, plausible window. That's derived from the prior leak. We talked about the timelines and launch
how the
intervals.
B580 leak landed in the same time. Roughly.
So those are some informed assumptions. Let's get to general consensus of what everybody's saying though. Some quotes on Reddit. Great if true, but wait for reviews. Totally agree, 100%. People want to see CPU overhead fixes and game by game stability before you start recommending a card, right? Competition, again, $350 to $450. That's pricing, that's make or break in terms of adoption. Also, consensus, performance expectations. It kind of varies on what we would expect to see on this card. Optimistic 4070 takes, a few expecting 5070 Ti or 4080 class. I think you're gonna see more in that 4070, 5070 type of range as well. Non-trivial group says skip until reviews due to ARC's history with CPU sensitivity and overhead, and links back to the chips and cheese and coverage acknowledging that Intel's looking into it. I would mark this as promising, not proven.
That's fair. That's, wow. Nicely worded.
Yeah, so let me know, weigh in. If you guys are looking at a new system or GPU towards the end of this year, if this popped up, would you consider it? Could be kind of fun. All right, guys, it would not be a Meta PC News if I didn't thank all of the members on the channel who are members of the Backstage Pass. That means you get access to videos like this one. It's the stuff that nobody else gets to see except for members on the channel. It helps support the channel so we can make shows like this for you. Had some new people join, want to shout them out. Fess Lorraine, Chris K, Ernesto, my favorite tech, Pumpkinhead, Pink Goose, Short Videos, Papple.
Hey, that's me.
That's you. Andy Leo. We've got Jose Garcia. We have Check and Chad, Dr. Tankenstein, that's a great name. Thank you guys so much for, Ryan Gilpatrick.
Hey, doesn't he work here?
He works here. Thank you for joining the Meta PC's Backstage Pass. You can subscribe here on the channel to be a part of that and join the community. Thank you so much for watching. Check out metapcs.com if you're looking for a new PC. And as always, we'll see you next time.